Hey guys, how you guys doing? Hopefully you are doing awesome today. Welcome everyone, or welcome back. Please share, like, subscribe, press the notification bell. When we have something new, you'll be the first to know. For all of you subscribers, our subscribers, we want to thank you so much for your support, for your encouragement as well. Hey, guess what? I have a new dish for you. But this time, I want to also tell you how much that you could save by making this dish. Honestly, I'll say this dish, it's under $10, and you won't believe it, for two. That's mean one gas you could only spend four, I'll say 450 or 460, okay? Because I use, as far with the seasoning, it's things that I already have in my house, okay? And also the ingredients that I use, I did not use the whole portion. I took some of it. Get it? Sometime when you buy, for example, if I buy a pound, like 10 pounds of rice, I'm not gonna cook it in one day. So if I decide to take a pound a day, it depends how much you eat, or 1, 2 pounds a day. So it's kind of like how I count it. It's kind of like if I pay $10 for it and I use 2 pounds a day, so that's when I only use $2. Get it? So I'm gonna show you how to make a. Guess what, guys? Chicken teriyaki. Yes, I love this so much. Like this, I know it's Japanese cuisine, but who said we cannot bring something to the table? I love this dish so much. I'm gonna show you how I make it myself. Hopefully, you like it the way I make it. I kind of like respect some of the recipes. So hopefully you are open-minded. I'm going to show you how I make it my way, and hopefully you like it. So basically I'm going to use two, they're huge. I purchased the ties for about 5.36. So I'm gonna just put it at $6. They gave me about 6 pieces of. I cook it twice already, then I have two left. So I'm gonna cook these extra two. I will show you in the video. Um, so basically, I have a cucumber that I pay about 150. I'm gonna use 1/3 of that cucumber. So basically, I'm only using 50 cents worth of cucumber. I bought some collard green. I'm not gonna use the whole pack of collard green. I'm gonna take a portion of like 3 big leaves of collard green because they're huge. I don't need that much. I'm bought a carrot for 175, so they have about 7 pieces in it. I'm gonna use just one carrot. So basically you do the math. It's not even, it's what, maybe 25 cents, okay? And then I'm gonna use oil that I already have, but guess what, I'm not using tons of oil. I'm gonna use about like four, maybe like half a cup of oil because I'm frying things. And I'm gonna use like about a tablespoon of butter. Like it's almost like what I bought it for $1 something, 4 stick. So I'm not even gonna use a stick. I'm gonna use a tablespoon. So that's probably like, let's say we're putting a quarter with the butter. And the sauce, I have the sauce, soy sauce, and all the other stuff, that things that I already have. So I'm just gonna generously, I'm gonna put like a $2 for the seasoning
And for the
in
extra
general.
stuff,
So
vegetables and all,
basically,
like I
you
put an
basically
extra
have
one
a
dollar
food
and
under
fifty
ten
cents for that.
dollars.
Anyway, my total was under $10.
I want you to know that you don't have to have a lot, because I didn't grow up with a lot. So I manage to make things works for me. And I know sometimes some of you are having challenges because you feel like you don't have enough. There's certain things you can't do. But I'm showing you it's really It's not always the case. I'm gonna show you how I make a nice dinner. It could be a romantic dinner. You don't have money to go out, you stay in, but it doesn't have to be canned food. It doesn't have to be bad food. It doesn't have to be fast food. Because as a matter of fact, when you go outside to even buy fast food, sometimes it's more expensive. I'm gonna show you. And one thing I love cooking for myself and my family, it's because at least I know what I'm putting in that food. Some people are allergic to certain things, especially me. I can't eat everything. As many times I cook food, I know I can't eat it, but I cook it for somebody else, okay? So some people are, difficult when it comes to eating. The digestive system, maybe it's not working properly. So I'm not a nutritionist. I'm not here to tell you what's worked for you or what's not working for you. It's a channel that when you come, you want to have a laugh with me. You can learn something from me, and at the same time, I want to learn something. So if you want to see how I'm gonna do this, please come with
Yes, I
me.
definitely
I'm
want to
gonna
learn
cook.
something from you as well. So, anyway, let's just start the dinner. So much talk, but now it's time to do the dinner. Okay, this is the two thigh that I was talking about. So, what I did, I deboned them myself, and I'm not gonna throw away the bone, I'm gonna keep the bone and also the skin, but you could remove it if you feel like that's what you want to do. Um, and the bone, I am gonna use it for my gravy, so I won't use it. What I basically did, I just removed the bone and then just the bone and leave the flesh. Okay, you could do it yourself. When you buy it that way, it's cheaper than if they debone it for you. Me personally, I already washed my chicken. Now I am putting some lime because I love my meat with lime. So if you don't want to put lime, it's completely fine. But if you're looking to get the same taste, um I'll definitely tell you, before you even cook it, for like at least 5 minutes, let it soak on that lime. And I'm not gonna wash it. What I'm gonna do though, I will dry it with a piece of napkin to remove some of those extra liquid. Basically, it's better not to leave your meat too wet, okay? Because we're gonna fry it, and we're not gonna, I did not clean it the Haitian way. That's what I said. Sometimes it depends on the dish. Even though I change a little thing, I don't want to change too much of it. So it's not a Haitian dish. I'm just like following some of the step, even though I add some of my own thing, because I'm gonna be the one eating it, and I know how I like my food. And so I change a little bit. This is Creole season. I have some garlic with jalapeno peppers. I have some parsley. I have some ginger paste. I also have sesame seed. I have onions. I do have carrots. I have collard green. You can have any vegetables you want, to be honest. It doesn't have to be exact vegetable. That's what I always tell people. Like, use what you like. So this is what I'm doing right now. I'm removing some of that lime juice from it, because I know most of it already penetrate inside of the meat, which this is what I want. When I cut my meat, I want that lemony taste to pop, anyway. So basically, I have onions powder, garlic powder. I have olive oil. I have salt and pepper if needed. I have Creole seasoning, like I said before, and I showed these already to you. I have soy sauce. I have corn. I have ginger. I have lime. I have beans. I have starch, cornstarch, to taking the sauce a little bit. Normally, I don't like that. I have paprika. I have olive oil, like I said before, wine. I have red wine, white wine. I also have teriyaki sauce. I have green onions. I did say regular onions already. So you just prep everything you need to prep, including your meat. I am gonna season it, and I'll leave it for about 15 minutes, like in my fridge, before I cook it, while I am preparing everything, like cutting stuff, and basically what one thing I learned, guys, like wrapping your stove while you're cooking with aluminum foil It's one of the best thing I've learned from an Airbnb I rented. So it's so easy. It makes your life so easy to just clean when you're cleaning. So as you can see, I was tabbing the meat because I want the season to go deeper. So this is my greens. You can choose any greens, okay, whatever you feel like. It could be kale, it could be whatever you want, okay. So I chose callow green, green onions, carrots. I only have one. Corn, I only have one. I'm showing you these because I wanted to tell you that this dish did not cost me $10. I split my cone, and then I'm gonna cut my cone at the same time, and then I'm gonna just like cook the vegetables together, and that would save me time too, and seasoning at the right time. So I don't know if you saw, I did wrap my stove with aluminum foil. If you don't want to spend a lot of money, go to Dollar Tree, they have them like for $1. So I put my water, and I'm gonna add my vegetable and season my water so the vegetable doesn't come out bland. But you don't have to do that. Like, you can have it bland if you like it that way. I'm only using like garlic and salt with pepper. So that's it. And then I did add some vinegar. I didn't show you that part, excuse me about that. This is my starch, cornstarch. I put about like a tablespoon, and I spread it, maybe 1 tablespoon and a half, or maybe two. I don't know. I don't remember. So anyway, you put your pot on the fire, like, and then you just add your oil, and then your meat is ready to fried. So what you do, you take your meat, you wait for the fire to get hot, and then you just drop it to the skin part first, the skin side, right? Once you put it in the skin side, you just let it. Don't keep turning it over and over. Let it cook properly like this. When it's cooked, it's get browned and everything, then you could switch it to the other side. But the skin part, let it be crispy. Even though after I'm gonna dip it to the sauce, the crunch gonna be gone, but at least the flavor will stay. Anyway, so basically, sometimes you don't have to dip it in the sauce. You could just cut it and just spread the sauce. Then if you want to have that extra crunch, okay. So this is the other side. Like I said, one thigh is enough for me. I don't like to eat too much like meat. These are big thigh, and I do love dark meat more than white meat, but you could use any meat you want. This is my bones. I said I wasn't gonna throw them away because I want to use them for extra flavor for my gravy. So basically, I'm gonna let them make sure they cook. Okay. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna let them cook, and then once it's cooked, I'm gonna start dropping my seasoning, my any herb, spice, whatever I have to put, liquid. I have garlic and ginger so far, and then I am actually gonna put some parsley as well, and then not too much because I need some for garnish later on and other dish. Now I'm putting my soy sauce that mixed with balsamic vinegar, and then I will add my red wine as well. I already did put a lot more, but I didn't film it, so I just show you a little bit that I put. So I did put about um I'll say 2 tablespoons. So this is the teriyaki sauce, so you can put more as much as you want because that's what you're making, a chicken teriyaki. So you want the flavor to be intense from this, so you're gonna put as much as you want, like I said. And I have some honey with some lime juice, okay. So you want that little sugar, you want that acid, you want that little spice and that sauce. And now it's not a coconut water I'm putting, it's just the cornstarch. I put a little water. I put about like half a teaspoon, and then I mixed it with water, and that's about it because I don't want it to be too thick, because I normally don't like to even do that. But since I'm following um you know this recipe a little bit, you know close to how it's supposed to be. I just do some of the thing they do. Um, but then now I'll just like wait for the gravy to be ready. Once it's ready, I start adding my meat because I want my meat to marinate a second time in the gravy. Okay, so what you do this time around, you do not even rush it. I am cooking my greens, as you can see, and also I am making my gravy. So when I'm cooking, and I'm also cooking a rice as well. When I'm cooking, I do 2 or 3 dish at the same time. Like, so when you do that with several dishes, that's mean you don't have to wait forever for the dinner to end. That's what I do. If I don't do that, normally I have some hot water, um, you know, just in case. So this is my chicken. It's ready. It's very tasty. It smells amazing. And now before I cut it, I let it rest. Okay, make sure now when you cutting, use a different cord, like a board, a cutting board, because you want to make sure, or wash it really good, because you want to make sure that your raw chicken does not touch the cooked chicken. Very important. So now all I'm gonna do is basically cut my chicken, and your chicken inside should be white. Okay, if it's like pink or red, that's mean it's not fully cooked. Okay, and you don't want to eat that chicken. So look at my chicken. It looks so amazing. It looks so delicious. And what I do, I'm just gonna plate it, which is one of my favorite thing in cooking, just playing with the food. I have my green onions in the side. You can garnish it however you want, and I'm gonna add, because I like when I have something very spicy or flavorful, I like something very light, like something like cucumber, which is very inexpensive. I actually took 1/3 of that cucumber. As you could see, there's very little slice I put, but like, you know, and that's basically it. Like, I have some carrot that I sauteed. I'm gonna show you how I saute my vegetables. Basically, I did put a little bit of butter on my olive oil. You can see I put very little olive oil, barely put any olive oil. I put butter for taste, and I have some salt and some ginger. I didn't film that part. And also now I'm putting my garlic and my onions, making flavor for my vegetables. And then I put some jalapeno. You can cut it like if you want. I didn't want it to be spicy at all. It's not gonna make it spicy, but I just leave it like that as an option, like if you want to eat it like that. I put parsley and the carrots, and I'm also gonna drop the corn as well. I could have made the corn separately, but why wasting the time? All you want is flavor. So what I did, because there's butter and corn love butter, so I added, and I had some green onions to keep it fresh. And then now, like I said, you could put any mixed vegetable you want. You can do it. You don't have to do it like mine. Now you could see I don't put any oil on my collard greens. I'm just gonna saute it with some green onions, and because one of the reason I did it, put that when I was after I drain it, I put some like a tablespoon of oil. If you see it's so glossy, a tablespoon of oil, and then I put some Creole seasoning, and I'm putting some paprika. So, and I'm gonna put some lime. That's about it. It doesn't need that much stuff. You can add more greens to it, or whatever you want to add to it, or just leave it as is. I chose to put extra green vegetables to it, and then now I'm mixing and mixing, make sure it doesn't burn. And then once I do that, I am basically done, because it doesn't need to cook that much because the collard green already cooked. I split now my carrots, vegetables, and the corn, and also I have my spinach. Not my spinach, my collard green separately, and I have my little cucumber, And then my rice, I did cook it. I didn't show you how I start my rice from beginning because I showed that already in other videos. If you want to watch from the beginning, please check our videos. And then now I made some white rice. It was delicious. And then that's it. You can serve your food however you want. You can plate your food however you want. Basically that's about it. Like, and then I saved some of that gravy to add extra gravy to my chicken because this gravy is so intense, it's so flavorful. And this is my plate. You see, this is a plate to feed a king and a queen. We worth it, guys. Like, when you're feeding yourself, treat yourself well. And this is like $5 per person. The reason why I say $5, just in case if you want to eat a little bit more than that, but otherwise I would say about $4 and change per person. And it doesn't look like that at all. If you would go to the restaurant, they will charge you way more money for that. Not only my food is fresh and I know exactly what I put in it, I know exactly what I can digest and what I cannot digest. I know exactly what's good for me and what's not good for me. So it's one of the thing. And by the way, I forgot to tell you, while my gravy was cooking, I did add like about a teaspoon of brown sugar. I forgot to show you that. So you can actually put a little sugar in it if you want. Sometime I even put like a little orange juice in it. So just to make it a little bit sweet and spicy. So this is what you're gonna do. You can just like store them in the fridge if you don't want to cook every day. So hopefully you like the video. I'll see you. I will see you next time if God's willing. For all my people, n'a point l'autre là encore. Si c'est volonté bon Dieu, et pas oublier abonner, peser cloche notification et puis mande vidéo yo en créole pour nous capable joindre yo. Dim si nous intéressé. Thank you so much for watching. Merci en pile peut-être nous te gade. N'a point yon l'autre fois encore. Once again, love you. May God bless you all. Thank you. And remember to share, like, subscribe. Guys, press the notification bell. When I have something new, you'll be the first to know. And bon appetit. Bye. Love you all. One thing I have to say before I leave, I always want to leave something, a word of encouragement or so. Just like know that no matter what you are going to, God, He's able. He can change the impossible to possible. I love you all. Be encouraged, be loving, be kind to one another. And it was Eve, and you're watching Eve JC Johnson channel. Thank you so much for your time, and I'll definitely see you next time if it is God's will. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Have a good night, or good day, or good afternoon. Bye.